Welcome, my friends of the interwebs, and welcome to my first video with my newly refurbished EOS 70D camera. Yeah, so I just got it back from Canon. This is the first video I'm doing with it. So I got my fingers crossed, literally, got my fingers crossed. I was using my iPhone 6 in the absence of my 70D, and some of you asked me how it was I had it mounted, because I had mentioned that I had it mounted on top of my camera, or excuse me, my my Vixia, which I couldn't work because the batteries are dead, and CC Gray has the only way that I have available to charge it, which is the cord. And I just haven't been able to get with her. She started school, plus she's working. Actually, I'm making excuses for her, but there really is no excuse. Yeah. Anyway, young people, you gotta love them. It's hard for me to beg on CC Gray, though, because she literally came over the top with a haymaker when what's her name was starting her bullshit with me. And made a big old long letter about how she was, how this girl was full of shit. Not going to mention her name. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. So Cece always gets a lifetime pass. See, that's the thing about me. You have my back, I will give you a lifetime pass on any bullshit going forward. That's just the way it works. So I can't be mad at Cece. This is just an apparatus that I got on, I think I got this on Amazon. You just clamp your phone in there, and then it's got the usual, you know how that works. Put it right into the hot shoe. I've got this hot shoe attachment, cold shoe attachment, blah blah blah, whatever. Anyway, that's how that worked. And then of course I had this camera mounted on the tripod via traditional means. Okie dokie. Oh, and yes, before anybody says, I know I can go to Best Buy and get a charger for the battery. I just haven't. I would rather CC give me my damn cord back. All right. Here's the dealio. A supporter, actually a huge fan of Julia Steele, sent some jerky, and then I've got another package from a very good friend of mine. I'll tell you who he is in a minute. Let's first come first serve. This package has been in my refrigerator for a long time now. Initially, the guy contacted me and he wanted to know if he could send Julia some jerky that he makes to try out on camera. And I said to him, I said, look, brother, I said, I'm sure you're the coolest dude in the world. I said, but I can't have people sending things that they make for her to ingest. I just can't do that. Only because you just don't know. There's some wacky people out there. And I've met some people on YouTube that seemed cool at first, and then they got real crazy quick. They got real crazy quick. Some of them I've actually worked with. Literally. So, I did tell him, though, I'm like, look, because he did seem pretty cool. I have to admit. He seemed really cool. It's just a safety thing for me. These girls' safety is first and foremost in my mind every time we do anything. And that includes going to the range to shoot firearms, all the way to eating food products. I mean, had it been a commercially packaged thing, then that would have been completely different. So, anyway, I'm going to try this guy's jerky, and I will tell you the guy seems really super cool. So, let's go ahead and take a look at it. Now, I'll read the letter that he wrote. See, he included this, and he's a huge Julia Steele supporter. By the way, and today, Julia Steele finally went over 10,000 subscribers, so if you guys can, in the comment section, tell her congratulations. All right, I'm going to do my best at reading this. I'm not real good at reading people's handwritings. I'm kind of retarded like that. Hello, Colonel Hunter, and of course, the beautiful Julia Steele. I often enjoy your shooting videos. Am into martial arts and survival. I'm into martial arts and survival. By the way, I did not pre-read this, which I probably should have. I have watched some of your tasting videos and thought, wow, she would be amazed with my jerky. He's very proud of his jerky, and you know what? I'm all right with that. Hope you enjoy it. I believe it's Daniel. Hopefully that's what it says, Daniel. I'm pretty sure. P.S. My sons have advised me never to give out my recipe and to not use my real name in public for security reasons. I didn't tell his whole name, did I? I only use his first name. Okay, one of my sons is a police officer, and the other in the military Navy, so I don't reveal too much. Okay, no, that's cool. Hey, look, I get it. There's some real nutballs out there. I am not kidding you. There's some real nutballs out there. Hence why I'm the one eating this jerky. I mean, no offense, dude, but it's what it is. Now, this one here, this is chipotle, and it's called I Caramba Chipotle. So I'm probably not going to today. I just had hot wings, and I think I've had my quota of hot stuff. And you can see the seeds in here, and I have a feeling that's some pretty hot stuff. I'm not gonna. I'm sorry, brother. I'm sure it's fabulous. This is teriyaki. Now that is what I'm talking about. So I think what I'm gonna do is use this Kershaw leek. Really great knife for the money, I have to admit. I've been using leeks for years, and I got to be honest with you, they're all kinds of awesome. I'm gonna open up. I don't know which side. I'm gonna try this side. I'm trying to open it up from here. They're vacuum sealed. So they should be fresh. Okay. Alright, I'm going to just cut off a little piece here. It's a little tough, but you know, that might be my fault because, like I said, he sent it to me quite some time ago. I'm going to take my gum out. Get my water ready. Okay, let me cut this again. Looks like he's used real premium meat, which is the key to anything, really. Alright, here we go. I'm going to try this. I gotta admit, it's pretty good. Got a good flavor to it. You know what? It's chewy, but I mean it's jerky, so it should be chewy. Flavor runs through the whole piece of meat. So he must have marinated for a while. This is good jerky, guys. I'm not kidding you. Yeah, it's good jerky, for sure. I've had a lot of jerky in my life, and this is as good as you're gonna get. Dude jerky was really awesome. Dude jerky was one of my favorites, and I don't think he makes it anymore, which is really too bad. Yep, it's the real deal, guys. I'm going to cut our piece to give you a little close-up, little camera time. I don't know how close I can get. I'm not sure what kind of meat it is, but it's good. I'll be honest with you, I don't care what kind of meat it is as long as it tastes good. It could be dog as far as I'm concerned. It tastes good. I don't know how much closer I can get. I guess I get pretty close. This is a kit lens. It's the 18 to 50, or was it 18 to 55? Let me see if I can tap on this to get the zoom. There we go. Yeah, good stuff. All right. Man, that's really good jerky. Okay. I think he said, what do you call it, the best jerky in the world? I'm not prepared to argue that. I think it could be. Even if it's not the best jerky in the world, it's as good a jerky as I've ever had. And I've had everybody's jerky. So good job, bro. I'm going to try to put a link if I can remember. Dude, if you're watching this, let me know. Send me a message or comment down below saying it's your jerky. If you got a YouTube channel, Everybody keep an eye out and subscribe to this guy. I don't think he sells this stuff commercially, which is really too bad, to be honest with you. I'm not shitting you guys. I don't owe this guy anything. I mean, so, yeah, I'm telling you right now. Damn good jerky. Okay. I've been friends with this guy forever. And I mean that sincerely. When you're talking YouTube time, forever. And we've got a bunch of channels over the years. Jordan the OK is one of them. Black Chemicals. Just a really good guy. He's an interesting guy. See, I like interesting people. A little factoid, when I was a young man, I went through a punk phase. And my music, of course, I always had a broad range of music that I liked. But I liked the Black Flag. You know, I'm talking before Henry Rollins. Henry Rollins was freaking awesome. I liked Painful Discharge, you know, The Stain. All those punk bands back in the days. Of course, Sex Pistols, everybody, you know, like Sex Pistols. But, so I appreciate young people. And of course, he's not as young as he used to be. But he's still, you know, he's still a fairly young guy. I appreciate those guys that march to the beat of a different drummer. I just do. I had a mohawk at one time when I was younger, and I still like the Beatles and the Stones and, you know, AC/DC, and of course the first rock band I ever seen live in concert was Judas Priest, and then I've seen Metallica. I've seen Judas Priest and Metallica 4 times each, but this guy always reminded me of the lead singer from The Cure. I don't know why, but Jordan's a cool dude. Let's see what he gave me. Let's see what he sent me. He actually called me. He's one of those, you know, he's a friend of mine when he's got my number. Handful of people on YouTube have my number. Although I have talked to a lot of people on YouTube on the phone. He called me and told me he wanted to send me something. And so I said, yeah, cool. So, let's see here. As you well know, I'm sure I am a skeptic. So naturally, what I have to say next will shit all over what I stand for. Okay. The token enclosed has been around me since I was 4 years old and was gifted to me 4 years ago. There is something about the number 8. I think you have said so yourself, and I do believe that. Not necessarily in the cosmic or the grand scheme of weirdness in the universe, but I believe that the number 8 has a significance in algorithms for YouTube, for Google, for Facebook. You know, I've known too many channels with the number 8 at the end of them, the numeral 8, not, you know, spelled out, but the numeral 8. They have done so well, extremely well, which lends me to believe that they have maybe some help. Okay, and I don't think it's mystic, but help nonetheless. Okay, this was crafted in Acoma Pueblo, New Mexico. I'm not sure if that's pronounced right, Pueblo. I think it's Pueblo, New Mexico. I lived in New Mexico for a while. I actually lived in Albuquerque when I worked for Amtrak. Anyway, of coral and turquoise. It has seen me survive more adversity as a child than most people see in a lifetime. And I believe that, actually. Simply put, you have shit luck. So if this sees you through the movie shoot on your neck and nothing goes wrong, that is the definition of Mad Bad Voodoo. For those of you who do not know, I'm also Mad Bad Voodoo on YouTube. It was my first channel on YouTube. Is a fairly, even to this day, a fairly large channel. Much bigger than the Colonel Richard Hunter channel, and probably much bigger than the Colonel Richard Hunter channel will ever be. But let's take a look. I'm going to do this long way, so let's take a look. Okay, he's got it wrapped up good. Seems a little heavy for me to be wearing around my neck every day, bro. I'm just saying. It might become a pain in the neck. Although if it works. Now, he's right, though. I have some shit luck. I can go through a whole laundry list of shit luck. I mean, I was this close to being, loaded. I mean, a lot of people don't realize this about me. But I have land in Kentucky, southeast Kentucky, that's coal-bearing land, and I own the mineral rights to it. Oil, gas, all the minerals, coal. The land has 6.2 million tons of coal, and I own 25% of that land undivided. No matter where you're standing on that, it's hundreds of acres. No matter where you're standing on it, you're standing on my property. So, worked the coal deal. Had all kinds of shit luck with the timber. Although I will admit, I did get paid on the timber. Although, at risk of life and limb. And then, of course, some of you know the debacle with Target Oil and Gas. Mike Smith is still rotting in prison over that, and that's where he should be, you know. And then, of course, I was starting to get paid on my coal, and then Barack Obama happened. And let me tell you how huge that is. Okay, my last big check, royalty check, because the way it worked, I leased the coal to a coal company, and the coal company that I leased it to is like the fourth largest coal company in Kentucky. So we're talking about real operators. And yeah, they had a 13-year, okay, now hear this, a 13-year mining plan on my property, which means that they estimated that it would take them 13 years to mine my land out, okay, all the coal, the retrievable coal. It's not all coal you can get. So, well, let me just put it this way. When I got my last check, my last real check, it was $11,500 for the month, and they hadn't even really begun kicking in the ass yet. It was kind of estimated, not kind of, it was estimated based on tonnage that they could move, blah, 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 that my royalties, my personal royalties, Richard Hunter's royalties, would be somewhere in the neighborhood of $50,000 every month. Okay. So when Jordan says that I have shit luck, he's right, because, of course, most of you know, Obama waged a war on coal via the EPA, and ain't nobody mining coal anymore, or at least not much. There ain't much coal being mined, and yeah, Obama has, for all intents and purposes, destroyed the coal industry. I mean, it's on its knees. It's past on its knees. It's no longer on its knees. It's face down in the dirt, you know, and that is what it is. So, now it's all I can do financially to hold on to what I have. I mean, I have some reserves. Don't get me wrong. I know some people freaked out when I did that whole thing about the camera, my camera that I'm using right now, my EOS 70D, because it was going to be, I estimated a $300 price tag. And people were like, well, hell, you ain't got $300. Well, you know, it did catch me flat-footed, and it was a unique time frame. But no, I have a lot of, and I have a lot. I have a lot of assets, and you know, I from time to time do part with them. Is what it is. Anyway, blah blah blah. My luck is shit. That was the whole moral of that story. Oh, and for those of you who wonder how I'm going to come up with the $5,000 for the reward. Don't you worry about it. That's covered. I'm not ruining my reputation by not coming up with a reward. And I will tell you right now, if Ratliff's murderer is caught, I will be glad. I will be jumping for joy. Okay, and I will be happy to give $5,000 as a reward. And the stipulations are pretty simple. You know, it just has to be information that. Oh wow. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Hopefully Keith Ratliff's murderer gets caught. This is really freaking cool, dude. That's really freaking cool. Well, let's see if I can get it to zoom a bit better. Okay. Yeah. It is heavy though, dude. I'm not entirely positive that I can wear it every day, but I'll tell you this. I'll promise you this. It will be in the vicinity of me every day as I film this movie. For those of you who do not know, I can't imagine how you wouldn't know. I am embarking on a film that I am actually shooting some of the footage tomorrow. Actually, we might get some B-roll tomorrow. Julia is going to be rehearsing with her, the first victim. Well, the first victim that you see in the movie. If you listen to me read the script, it's the girl that she's in the back of the van with. So that should be a good time. Anyway, oh my God, this is almost 20 minutes long. All right, that's it. I gotta go. See ya.